The year is 2030. On the surface, city life appears unchanged. Commuters, coffee shops, the familiar hum of daily routines. But beneath this normalcy, a quiet revolution is underway. Artificial intelligence has seamlessly woven itself into our work lives, transforming the very nature of employment. What began as simple tools, calendar apps, email suggestions, has evolved into AI systems managing entire workflows and making complex decisions. Offices are quieter, with fewer people needed for tasks that once filled entire departments. The morning commute is often replaced by a login to a network, where human input is just one part of a vast automated process. This shift was gradual, a slow transfer of responsibilities from humans to algorithms. People adapted, but the ground beneath them was shifting, creating a sense of quiet uncertainty. Our cities are more efficient, our economies more productive, and services faster than ever. Yet, this progress comes at a cost. Millions of roles that once provided purpose and security are quietly disappearing. The traditional career ladder is being dismantled, replaced by something new and uncertain. The world of 2030 is a testament to human ingenuity, but it also raises a fundamental question. In an age of intelligent machines, what is the role of human beings? The revolution is not loud or chaotic. It is silent, incremental, and all-encompassing. The familiar structures of work are fading, and a new reality is taking shape. The future of work is here, and it demands that we rethink what it means to be human. Artificial intelligence has become the most tireless worker in history. It never sleeps, never takes breaks, and executes tasks with relentless efficiency. For corporations, the appeal was obvious. AI works around the clock, never asks for a raise, and drives productivity to new heights. But this relentless efficiency created tension with human workers. Employees found themselves competing with machines that never tired, blurring the line between work and life. The pressure to match the machine's pace became an unspoken rule, leading to a quiet sense of unease. Skills built over years were suddenly devalued as algorithms performed complex tasks in seconds. The threat wasn't just to jobs, but to identity and self-worth. As AI took over communication and management, the human element faded. Team meetings became automated reports. Performance reviews were algorithmic. The workplace community eroded, leaving many feeling isolated and disconnected. The tireless worker was efficient, but also cold and impersonal. The race against the machine was one humans could never win. The cost of progress was a growing sense of alienation. Automation was once thought to threaten only blue-collar jobs. White-collar professions, lawyers, accountants, marketers were considered safe. But the AI revolution began in the office, not the factory. Routine, data-heavy white-collar work was the first to be automated. Departments shrank as algorithms took over tasks once done by teams of people. As AI advanced, it moved up the corporate ladder, handling analysis, strategy, and even creative work. Financial analysts, marketers, and even artists saw their roles transformed or replaced. Years of education no longer guaranteed job security. The rules had changed. It was now about working alongside intelligent systems. Economic anxiety spread from the factory floor to the corner office. Even knowledge-based work was no longer safe from automation. The transformation was swift. What seemed theoretical in the early 20s became reality by decade's end. By 2026, nearly a third of office tasks were automated, changing jobs dramatically. Employees shifted from doing work to overseeing AI systems. The real tipping point came with AI-managed companies, where algorithms handled core management functions. Strategic planning, hiring, and resource allocation became data-driven and objective. Productivity soared, and companies outperformed their human-managed competitors. The incentive to automate spread rapidly, ending the era of the human middle manager. A feedback loop of data and competition fueled exponential change. Companies automated to survive, and career paths dissolved in real time. The world of work was remade in years, not generations. The relentless logic of the algorithm shaped a new, uncertain landscape. For most, the loss of work was gradual, not sudden. Automation began with individual tasks, making jobs easier, at first. Over time, AI took on more, until entire workflows were automated. Human roles shifted from doing the work to supervising the machines. One person could now oversee what once took 5, leading to smaller teams. Departments shrank and roles became redundant, not from poor performance, but from progress. The disappearance of work lacked a clear villain or crisis. Companies framed it as strategic restructuring, but the value of human labor quietly faded. The work remained, but the need for humans to do it was vanishing. Progress was inexorable, and the human role was shrinking. Economic data from the late 20s told a paradoxical story. Corporate productivity and profits soared, stock markets surged, and innovation accelerated. But behind the headlines, wages stagnated and layoffs mounted. These were not recession layoffs, but a structural shift. Millions of skilled workers replaced by algorithms. Companies thrived with fewer employees, restructuring teams quietly and avoiding mass firings. The disconnect grew between corporate health and public well-being. Wealth concentrated among capital owners and AI specialists, while most workers faced uncertainty. Productivity gains were not widely shared, fueling inequality. The winners designed and managed AI. The losers were the displaced workforce. The system generated immense wealth, but left many behind. Economic inequality reached unsustainable levels. The AI revolution's success was shadowed by social and political instability. The prosperity was real, but so was the cost. The displacement of workers by AI triggered a crisis beyond economics. It was existential. For centuries, our identities were tied to our jobs. Now millions questioned their value and purpose. Young people, trained for careers that vanished, faced anxiety and disillusionment. The social contract, work hard, get ahead, seemed broken. Governments debated radical policies like universal basic income to address the new reality. The conversation shifted from economics to meaning. If AI does the work, what's left for people? Society began to seek purpose beyond productivity. Community, creativity, and human connection gained new importance. The crisis forced a re-evaluation of values and a search for new definitions of fulfillment. The future demanded that we look inward for meaning. The world of 2030 stands at a crossroads. AI has forced us to reconsider the role of work in our lives. The question is not if AI will take jobs, it already has. The real question is how we respond. Can AI ever replace empathy, creativity, or moral judgment? Perhaps automation frees us to focus on what only humans can do. Connect, care, create. The future may value empathy and interpersonal skills above technical ones. Decoupling income from employment could unleash creativity and service. The end of traditional work could mark the start of human flourishing. The challenge is not just technological, but deeply human. We must find new ways to define ourselves beyond labor. This moment is uncertain, but full of possibility. The machines will do the work. What great things will we choose to do next? For answers, watch part 2 next.